Leanne and her mom are on a mission of their own.
It looks like a church, it looks like somewhere where you should get married. It's like the Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise wedding. For me, it's just grand and amazing. It's just, that's what I want, something amazing and impressive, and everyone goes, wow, do you remember their wedding?
But a church wedding would also be a mark of respect to Leanne's grandmother, who died 5 years ago.
I think I have a dream of a church wedding because I used to go to church with my nan when I was younger. She was very religious. She went to church every Sunday. I always imagined her being part of my wedding. She's not, so because she's not here, it's really important for me to get married in the church. I just feel closer to her. It's just something I can't imagine doing it any other way.
Leanne may not have a say in the wedding, but that's not going to stop her dreaming.
I'd have the choir, I'd have the bells being rung. Choir would be really nice up there.
Lovely.
Yeah, big, massive, grand wedding.
Yeah.
Everything very expensive.
And maybe a bit, do you think, unobtainable, or?
What's that mean?
That you're not going to get it?
Yeah.
What she could get is their local parish church.
Hold it now!
Although it's a bit less grand than St Mary's Redcliffe.
Come on, come on!
Bloody Bristol! You get a barbed wire everywhere.
Oh, mate. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I love it, mate.
You can laugh, Nigel, but unfortunately for Wayne, if he wants a church wedding, time is not on his side.
If you want to get married in a Church of England,
Yes.
there need to be banns called, and they have to be called on 3 Sundays before the wedding. So if you want to get married in 3 weeks' time,
Yeah.
you've only got today,
Okay.
then the banns could be called starting tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what to do with that.
Marriage in haste is not normally a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you want to do? Church thing or not?
Well, it's nice inside, yeah, it would be a nice wedding, but where would you have photos taken? Next to the barbed wire? Leanne pulled up outside of that. I think she'd just get out the car and run.
Yeah.
But obviously, if I commit to this, I've got to try and get a venue to fit around this now. It's a lot of pressure, definitely a lot of pressure.
Serious pressure. Either they marry here, or there'll be no church wedding for Leanne. By the next morning, he's made up his mind.
Last night, I just basically didn't get a lot of sleep, just running things through my mind. I wasn't really happy with the look of the church from the outside. The inside was okay, but it just didn't have that kind of look or feel I was going for, or I'd imagine I'd go for. So yeah, I just kind of crossed that one off the list.
But Wayne has no time to wallow. With no church, he needs a venue that'll wow his hard-to-please fiancé.
Civil wedding venue in Bristol.
The perfect wedding reception would be in a big castle-type building, maybe an old castle. It would have to be very, very big, with loads of countryside by the side of it for the good photos. There would have to be a lot of candle lights around, with Swarovski crystals scattered all over the tables, so it would catch the light.
Luckily, Nigel has the perfect place in mind.
This could be the best venue you're going to look at, mate. Telling ya.
I think you may be wrong, but...
Wayne and Nigel are massive Bristol City fans.
Just got here, worship the crowd.
If Wayne surprised me with a football stadium, I would be kind of devastated. I wouldn't even know what to say, to be honest. I would be really upset.
See, mate, I'm seeing signs everywhere. Wedlock stand, Williams stand.
Williams stand, mate. It's a sign.
Set.
Here we go.
Take the photo shoots next to the grounds with you and the bride.
A very nice picture of the best man and a few of the lads in there. That's always quite a nice shot.
It's a city crown, isn't it? That's the bottom line, isn't it? Would be amazing.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
She's left me in charge, so oh well.
Gary Johnson up there, obviously manager of Bristol City, as you know. We've got the trophies behind and everything as well. Yeah.
As much as she might hate pulling up outside of a football stadium,
Inside
she couldn't really complain.
as well.
I thought that was really good, but I've got to think at the same time, is it something Leanne would accept? Would she be able to look past the fact that she was in a football stadium?
Maybe a blindfold would help. Just 2 days apart, and Wayne has forgotten all about Leanne's lofty standards. She, meanwhile, knows exactly where she'd like to celebrate her wedding.
Absolutely love it. It's got your castle, which are new.
Yeah.
And it's old and new.
Cadbury House is one of Bristol's most exclusive wedding venues.
The photos would be amazing there, and it's just, I don't know, it just looks expensive in that grand, like, princessy type.
Really nice.
Luckily for Leanne, Wayne also has a castle on his list. A stunning Tudor castle.
Oh, it's a little bit more like it, isn't it?
Yeah. What do you think of this?
I think she'll like it. It's a castle, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
What the features?
definitely looks a bit more fairy tale. Yeah.
Leanne's dream venue may be oldie-worldy on the outside, but it's gotta be contemporary on the inside.
It looks really modern, doesn't it, what I want is. It's not old-fashioned in there, is it?
I hate the medieval type decor. I cannot stand it. The big fireplaces. I like everything modern.
It's lovely, isn't it? It's a nice size.
Yeah.
That's
And the
if we
spotlights are
remember
really
to
nice as
invite
well.
people.
Yeah.
Spotlights are much better. I love spotlights all the time.
And look at the rocks in the background as well. That is nice.
That is really nice.
The worst thing I can think of is Wayne's done the complete opposite to this, because this is my dream ultimate wedding. This is me.
Wayne's Tudor castle is contemporary, if you're Henry VIII, and it's starting to give the boys the heebie-jeebies.
It's quite, don't know, it's
Seems quite small.
dungeon-like, isn't it? There are weapons everywhere. So I'm worried if she doesn't like it, you know, she's gonna attack me with one of these. I think it's a bit old-fashioned. I mean, especially these guys. I think I'd freak her right out. It's freaking me out.
No, I suppose it is quite fairy tale.
It is a fairy tale.
It is, but is it the fairy tale Leanne wants?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's very like a dungeon. Like I said, you can imagine people being chained up in here. Can you?
Next up, Grade 2 listed Lee Court, built at the turn of the 19th century by Bristol's first recorded millionaire.
Look at the size of that. Look at the size of those pillars. That's huge.
Right, for the ceremony, the Great Hall is licensed for ceremonies.
That's amazing, isn't it? Really? Look at that ceiling. Yeah, that's got wow factor.
Wayne is impressed, but will it live up to Leanne's expensive tastes?
Leanne will love it. I'm confident. Well, I'm never confident, but in this instant, I'm confident. She'll love it. At the same time, I still don't want to get excited because I haven't talked money yet, and this looks expensive, doesn't it? Let's be fair.
But with 12 grand burning a hole in his pocket and a demanding bride to keep happy, what's expensive?
And the total is £5,593.
Well, I'd like to stop you there because I think, well, I've decided that this will be the venue, definitely.
Okay, that's...
Wayne spends nearly half his budget in one fell swoop. On the ceremony, a sit-down meal for 70 and a party for 120 guests.
Very excited. I've just bagged myself a mansion of sorts. What I just saw in there was the fairy tale I've been looking to deliver, so I've still got a lot of other things to tackle, but I think I'll sleep well tonight.